It's Monday, the 17th of February, 2025, and we are back on The Conversation. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the show. I am Abimbola Bello.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Ajibola Ojeshola.
Good morning, everyone. I am Adebimpe Omotayo.
Good morning. I am Joy Olu. Welcome to The Conversation.
So why are you all uptight this morning? What's going on?
I was even going to ask Adebimpe that today is not Valentine.
She wasn't here on Friday. She's just spending
No, you're just doing your own house today.
She's just celebrating her own house today. She was not here on Friday. Happy Valentine's Day, Adebimpe.
Thank you. And I was asking someone earlier today that why didn't I hear from him on Valentine's Day?
He also was not on the... Oh.
Do I know who that
He's always missing in action. Whenever there's a need to spend money,
it would disappear.
he run away.
I remember that I told one of our producers that day that this guy is not straightforward. He would disappear. And he vanished.
When he collects minimum wage, he will do the needful.
Joy, please, move away from that minimum wage. Sometimes when you are hopeful and people are hopeful, you become hopeless.
The situation is gloomy.
Ajibola, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that coming from you, please. Before, you used to give me hope. Now.
You know that Ajibola is union leader emeritus. I hope you all had a great weekend. Anyway, Ajibola, how was your weekend? Did you rest a bit?
I rested yesterday. Saturday, no.
Okay, but you made up for yesterday.
I did.
Okay. Joy?
No, I didn't rest.
You didn't rest?
You were churching, you were babying.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
Friday was so busy for me. And on Saturday, you know, the first half of the day was so busy that when I got home, I slept and I didn't wake up till... I got home about 4 and I didn't wake up till about 7:42 yesterday morning.
You slept from...
I slept all through.
From Saturday?
From Saturday around 4 till 7:42 a.m.
Do people sleep like this? God, I beg you. Like, God, give me this. I don't know when I can actually have such long stretch of sleep. Again, God, I beg you. Give me that grace to sleep. Okay. My weekend all through, once I got to my house on Friday night, the next time I'm out is this morning.
Wow.
I didn't step out at all. All right, welcome to the show again. Let's do our thing. Let's start with the news point for today. Okay, before we take the news points, were you privy to what happened over the weekend with Omoyele Sowore at the marathon?
That man.
I saw the video.
That man.
What went through his, what was going through his mind?
Exactly.
Or was he on something?
Always trying to prove a point that he's a naughty man. Let me just use that word.
Or he likes attention.
He just likes attention.
I think so.
Why would he do that?
I think so. Because again, it was just it was an unruly behavior. And it was one that, needed to have been, I don't know, they were too lenient on him, honestly.
Yes.
Because you could not, a state governor, a sitting governor of a state, you knew he was there. And then you went to sit on his seat. For what? Why?
Just wanted to feel what it feels like to sit on the seat of a governor.
I understand he did same to the Ooni of Ife sometime back in 2023.
Something must be wrong. Something must be wrong. We really need to check Sowore very well.
Not only Sowore, there's another person we also need to check, but it's okay. I think Sowore is on the front burner this morning. Let's take our news point. He's your friend. Another seeking attention human being. Attention seekers. Let's take your story.
Telecom's tariff hike. FG deploys security agents as NLC insists on protest. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps on Sunday warned the Nigerian Labour Congress against its planned March 1 shutdown of telecommunications services in response to the recent 50% tariff hike. The Private Telecommunications and Communications Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the Association of Telecommunications Companies of Nigeria similarly pushed back against the NLC planned boycott of telecom services and shutdown of telecom infrastructure, arguing that such actions are misguided and could harm the industry. The spokesman for the NSCDC, Babawale Afolabi, in a chat with journalists on Sunday, said the agency had deployed operatives to the base stations to prevent any illegal action by the protesters. The NSCDC, tasked with protecting critical national infrastructure, including telecommunications, expressed concern over the potential risk the NLC action could pose to national security and public safety. The NLC announced its intention to shut down the operations of telecommunication companies across the country if the tariff hike announced by the NCC was not reversed at the end of February. The union directed Nigerians to boycott the services of major telecommunication providers. We all know them, between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., starting from February 13th and continuing through the month. The NLC, in a communique signed by its president, Joe Ajero, accused the telecom operators of breaching public trust by implementing the tariff hike before the conclusion of a 10-man review panel deliberation. The union also faulted the government for failing to protect citizens from corporate exploitation. So there you have it. I really do not know how NLC intend to achieve this, because I cannot boycott my phone.
The truth is that Nigerians, Nigerians and their phones are 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And if there's anything, except if you just want half of Nigerians to die, that is when you tell them to actually boycott, because a lot of people have built their lives
around their phones.
A lot of people do business.
Not even only that, even for work. A lot of people work on their phones. A lot of people do so many things on their phones. Even people that hitherto did not even care so much about their phones now, because it makes communication easier. You really do not need to travel all the way. For those, you know, there are people who bought their parents smartphones so they could make video calls. Because if you look at the number of hours you spend on the road to travel, it is trouble. If you look at the amount of money you will spend to travel, it is wahala. So will you not now just buy the data, even though it is expensive, and say, you know what, let us continue to maintain this line. And just like you said, how NLC will put this one through?
It's a wrong approach for me. It's a wrong approach, and it's not going to be effective at all.
They should just
because
continue to
even
engage.
for some people that are depressed, this is their consolation.
Yes, because when they go through certain things, they laugh it out.
Yeah.
Even though they forget their trouble for some time, the trouble will come back.
And sometimes when my phone is bad, I get lost. You now tell me not to use my phone. Yeah, I will use my phone. NLC, if you are listening, I'll use my phone.
All right, let's see how NLC will actually pull this one through. It's a tough call, really. Madibinke, let's take your story before we come to the president.
Okay, reps move to regulate police deployment to VIPs. The House of Representatives is considering a bill to amend the Nigerian Police Act 2020 to regulate the deployment of police officers as orderlies to top government officials and prevent abuse of the practice. Sponsored by the lawmaker representing Ekpe Federal Constituency, Lagos State, Wale Raji, the bill seeks to limit the duration officers can serve in such roles and ensure their reassignment to core police duties after a specified period. Subsection 12 of the proposed amendment stipulates that only select public officials, including the President, Vice President, Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Chief Justice of Nigeria, state governors, deputy governors, and principal officers of the National and State Assemblies, as well as local government chairmen, shall be entitled to police orderlies as determined by the Inspector General of Police. The bill introduces a 3-year limit for police officers assigned as orderlies to elected officials, after which they must return to their police divisions for other duties and further training. Additionally, such officers will not be eligible for reassignment to similar roles for at least 5 years. Yeah, I will agree with this, because some of these orderlies, they take advantage of that situation, of that position, and you know, these VIPs also now start to act like they own them, that they are theirs.
They own them.
They own them.
If you pay
forgetting that,
if you pay for services.
forgetting that their first allegiance is to the country. You know.
How can an allegiance be to the country when you are carrying somebody's bag?
Which you are not even supposed to. When you are holding Naira notes for rich man's sons.
You see, the problem here is sometimes, you know, these things are not far-fetched. The lawmakers that are proposing this,
they have their own.
They are the ones that actually, again, benefit more
yeah,
from this. So remove your own speck from your eyes.
No, remove your own dog from your
Before
eye.
you start looking at other people, fantastic bill if they're able to do it. But you know, sometimes you can also still speak to yourselves when these things, you know, happen. And oftentimes they also look at the larger populace before knowing that they are also at fault too. Because again, you've reeled out all of those that should, and in there, as the law prescribed, principal officers. Principal officers. Are all lawmakers principal officers?
No.
Okay.
No, once
When we even have Nigeria is dealing with under-policing.
if a chairman of a
And
committee,
you have,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have the scope of
principal
you have like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Even when they are in Abuja, we have policemen in their homes in Lagos here.
Yeah.
Principal officer.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, we'll
principal
drag the
officers.
sponsor of that bill. We'll drag him here.
Okay.
Ajibola,
Let's hope you
don't
will
do that
come.
to her. Don't do that to our honorable member, please.
No, he will tell us why. He will probably also explain why
Exactly.
this is needed at this particular point in time. Because again, if you look at it, we know that at the moment, the Nigeria Police Force is understaffed.
Understaffed,
So
yeah.
the understaffed that we have, we still have half of them deployed to
VIPs.
Madam, Oga, the children.
Oga, Madam, and okay.
And they carry bags.
And they carry Naira notes.
All right, so let's take the next story. Of course, this has to do with Mr. President at the AU summit, where he's demanding combined maritime task force for Gulf of Guinea. The president yesterday tasked the African Union Peace and Security Council, the AUPSC, to prioritize the establishment of a combined maritime task force to enhance security in the Gulf of Guinea. He made the call at the 38th ordinary session of the Assembly of the African Union Heads of State and Government in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, while also supporting an African-led credit rating agency, ACRA. Tinubu expressed Nigeria's readiness to host the task force headquarters in Lagos. He conveyed Nigeria's position as the AU considers the report of the AUPSC focusing on peace and security in Africa and the biennial report of the implementation of the Master Roadmap of Practical Steps to Silence Guns in Africa 2023 to 2024. The president's statement was delivered by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tsogar, and in a statement by the presidential spokesman, Bayo Ononuga, the president noted that Nigeria's recommendation of a maritime task force came on the same day it signed an agreement with the AU to provide strategic sea lift services for the AU peace support operations, natural disaster support, humanitarian actions, and personal movement. This story is actually a long read. It is a long read, but the bottom line is Mr. President, again, is looking at all of the insecurity issues, especially on the Gulf of the Guinea and Libya, because he also specifically mentioned Libya, saying that there cannot be peace in the Sahel if Libya is also faced with all of this security issues. Like we know, I think the summit ends tomorrow, and it's more or less like, you know, Nigeria will continue to play the role of the big brother because, again, Mr. President is saying that if the task force, you know, scales through, Lagos will be the headquarters of, you know, that task force. But let's see how this will play out at the end of the day and see of what immense benefit this will really be to Nigeria and the rest of the continent. Joy?
Okay, Joy.
Okay. Green rail construction begins soon. This is according to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has stated that the Green Line Rail project, the third of the rail mass transit system under his administration, will begin this year. Sanwo-Olu stated this while unveiling 3 newly built roads in the Etiosa local government area on Friday, where he noted that 17 other roads will be unveiled this year. Quoting him, "We are working with the Federal Ministry of Finance Incorporated and our contractors to start the Green Line this year. The project, which will start from Victoria Island and terminate in Ibejuleki, will be a game changer in transportation in the Etiosa corridor." He unveiled the upgraded and dualized 2.8-kilometer long Chief Ishufu Abiodun Oniru Road and Akiogun Road, noting the roads will reduce gridlock around Victoria Island and Admiralty Circle Plaza. The governor also unveiled the newly constructed 550 meters Abudu Street in Victoria Island, opening a new route to connect the Lekki Ekpe Expressway. Sanwo-Olu said the network of roads is a key component of the transportation and traffic management pillar under his administration's Themes Plus agenda. The strategic needs of the project underscores their commitment to creating a smarter and more efficient transportation system that supports sustainable development and improves the ease of doing business in Lagos. The opening of the 3 roads made it the 29th newly built infrastructure project the governor would be unveiling over the last 3 months. We have the blue and red line working in full capacity, and he has just announced that the green line would, construction on the green line will begin this year.
In terms of infrastructure development, yeah, Lagos is leading the pack, and we must commend Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for this. Yeah.
At least we know that the taxpayers' monies are in action, and even though some of this project also transcends the taxpayers' money, and you know that if Lagos is borrowing, you are seeing what that money is going into, and also how a lot of Lagos residents are also benefiting from these infrastructure. But as little as you can contribute to the maintenance of this infrastructure, it is key that we all know that we're all part of the success story of the Lagos State government. So once the green line is here, we'll jump on it.
And that will save, that will improve the traffic flow in that axis of the state. The airport is also coming, and it will be a kind of consolidation between the train and the airport. So Lagos is already looking at the future, and
the future is now.
The future is now, yes. For those who are not paying their taxes, I wonder how you close your eyes when you sleep.
There we sleep. There we sleep well. It's morning now. As long as you're not partying with money and you're not sleeping.
Joyce said, and they will snore.
They will snore. Hey, Jibola, they will sleep. You know that your own is deduct from source.
From source.
So you can. All right, let's take a hashtag for today. A one-time Osun State governor is trending on the X platform this morning, and during the press briefing of the governor of the state yesterday, waiting off me, make I speak PG, waiting off me pass. Call your nephew to order.
Yeah.
That was just for me. That was below the belt. I was like, just in case you did not know that there was a relationship
between the president and the former
governor of Osun State.
I think Governor Jackson was just...
he was frustrated.
He was frustrated. Yes. And you see, the quality of, or the gravity of energy that the former governor is gravitating towards the local government election in Osun State.
Jibola, is that not your state?
That is my state. This is why I'm interested. I wish Joshua is here. Because
so that you both can escalate this matter.
The marine economy, or what's the ministry?
Yes.
What is happening in that ministry?
Blue economy.
The economy is not blue at all.
What is it?
At all. He should go and face his assignment in Abuja instead of disturbing the governor. Your time is gone. If you want to come back, go and recontest.
Yeah, go and recontest. Again, and just like you said, that was the blow on Governor Adeleke. He just could not hold it anymore. It just was like, you know what? Let me just shout out, because it looks like. And the thing about it is, if trouble breaks out in that state, they will call on him, because it's the number one citizen of the state. But if all hands are pointing to a particular individual and he's called him out, we do hope that, now that he's been called out, he will face his marine economy and leave Osun State and local government.
He said his marine kingdom.
Marine kingdom. I beg. Let's leave this conversation, because I don't understand.
There's no gentleman in politics.
No, but politics will awaken the anger in you. But on a serious note, we do hope that the people of Osun, there's only one governor in that state at the moment, and that is Governor Adeleke. And of course, as the number one citizen of the state, he should wield the big stick, and he should be the final, say. He should have a final say on all issues. Politicians, let's find a way to always close ranks and not allow the people disrespect constituted authority. If you were in position, would you have
tolerated such?
Like that?
No. Yeah.
Would you have to? So. That's it. You can go onto the X platform to take a further read on why Boyega Oyetola is trending today. We'll take a quick break. When we return, part one of the conversation will be on this side of the table. And today we're looking at economic development and employment opportunities, especially now that a lot of Nigerians are thinking, are there really employment opportunities in Nigeria at the moment? Like they say, create what? When life throws you a blow, just create something out of it. But all of these things, are they really easy for young graduates and others to find, ways and opportunities of employment in Nigeria? That's the conversation after the short break.